draw a circle. Now, my circles usually look like crap, so you don't have to have a perfect circle as long as it is a circle. I'm going to be a little bit heavy-handed here just because it'll make it easier for you to see. As for what I'm using, I'm just doing this on regular printer paper. It's 8.5 by 11, and it's just white, obviously, but what I'm drawing on, I've just got a board on a thing. That totally made sense, and this is my eraser. It's just an eraser that I've had forever, and this is just a mechanical pencil, like a regular mechanical pencil. It's just shiny, and it has 07 lead, and I don't know why I keep holding things to the camera, because then it'll have focus problems. Alright, now we have that out of the way, and your circle drawn. Now we're going to draw the center line of the face. It does not matter how far down you go, but if you make it doesn't matter how far down you go. So there's the center line. This is off weird, but that's okay. Yeah. We'll solve this later. Then basically what you're going to do is you're going to take this and you're going to cut it in half. Sort of. See, there's the half mark. And you're going to take this much of it and that distance, so right about here. These are equal, and that's going to be the chin. So, I'm sorry, this looks really off on the camera. I'm not entirely sure why. I think it's because the setup is weird, and so you're seeing it at an angle. But, or maybe I'm drawing it at an angle and it's weird. I'll solve this eventually. So now you have the chin where it's going to be. And this is probably going to end up being a girl's face. I might make it gender neutral, just because they're easier to draw. So now you're going to give this person the side of their face. So there's one side, and you don't have to end it here. You can make it go wherever you want. You can put the line down here for all I care. I usually make my faces a little bit long. If you don't like long faces, don't do that. Make them short faces like this. I think I'm going to do that anyway, just for the sake of the video. I erase a lot, because I make mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone has those days. I'm crazy, I know. So, you'll notice that where the jaw comes out like that, you want to make that equal on both sides. You want to make sure it's at least somewhat even with itself, because otherwise it'll look really weird. And you might end up having a face that's facing, like, off this direction-ish. Like, yeah. Yeah, no. I have no idea what that was. Shut up, BJ. Just draw. Alright, so now you have the face, the front of the face. I'm going to erase this guideline here because you won't really do anything with it. Or not. You might. That line there, keep it. That's probably going to be where the hairline is. And then, so the middle of the face, this whole thing right here, so that's going to be right about here-ish. That's where the eyes are going to be. And you always want eyes, at least on a realistic face, to be about, you want the, to be about 1/5 of the face, so you can fit 5 eyes across. With manga, I think they tend to be a little bit bigger. I usually stick to this rule because I was trained, sort of, self-taught, I suppose, in a... If you see the shadow right here, that's my other hand. Just derping around. Yeah, anyway. Eyes. Yeah, these two. Where these... This is where you want the eyes to be. I usually make mine a little bit bigger to the sides just because I think it looks better. And that's your choice whether you do that or not. I'm going to make those a little bit lighter. I'm being a little bit too heavy-handed, I think, and that's stuck on... Oh, that's where I'm going to start drawing the eye. Alright. and start drawing the eye. I will probably do eyes in another video. For now, I'm just going to... This is going to end up being a girl's face, I can tell already. I always make the irises really big. I don't know why. I just do. So there's one eye. And here's the other eye. I am drawing this lopsided, I can tell. Yay. But that's okay, because no one's faces are actually perfect. In real life or in anime. My face isn't perfect. I have one ear that's higher than the other, and thus sunglasses never fit me. But there are a couple of eyes. Oh, that looks absolutely terrible. Okay, I'm going to erase that. As you can see, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. You probably will too. Unless you're Mark Crilly. That looks a little better. Just a little bit strange, but we'll deal with that. Just because the eyelashes are weird. But if you don't get everything exactly perfect on your first try when you try to draw, that's an okay thing, because no one is ever perfect the first time they try to draw anything. There. That looks a little bit better, right? See, now we have a couple of eyes. One thing, if you want to make them look a little bit more realistic, these eyes, add lines. Oh my gosh, my camera is being strange. Alright, but if you want to make the face look a little bit more realistic, you can add these lines here and here for eyelids! Okay. And you can also add lower eyelids too, if you want the character to have a little bit of a more tired look, but I also think that makes your character look older, and no one wants to draw old characters, right? Wrong! I like old characters, but that's okay. Usually from here... Oh, that is way too low for the hairline. Never mind. You're going to erase that because that has no use anymore. Yay! Now you're going to take from this line that we still have here, sort of, from there to here, we're going to take the halfway, which is about here. That's a little bit lower than halfway, and that's going to be where the nose is. And the way I draw noses is I just do a little line there, and a little line there, and that looks kind of strange, but I also put lines here for the nostrils, and then, or actually I draw noses in several different types of ways. You can either do that, or instead of putting the lines for the outside of the nostrils, you can do something like put a line here, and then shade. But I think that looks a little bit strange sometimes. We'll leave it there like that for now. I'm going to do a combination of the two. We'll get a little bit of a different kind of looking face here. It looks a little bit pig nose-ish. If it does that, take that down a little bit. Makes it look a little bit more cat-like, which is also strange, but not as strange. I tend to draw in the sides of the nose, just so that you can get a little bit of an idea. Sometimes I'll draw like this part here. But that's really fun, only doing a realistic face and not a sort of manga-ish face. That was a mistake right there. Woo! I am not on my game today. I apologize. Yeah. Alright, see here where we have the line here, and we have it connecting where the jaw should be equal with itself. That is where you're going to put the mouth. And to draw mouths, you just make a line here. And I always make my mouths a little... Oh, that is way too wide. Never mind. I tend to make my mouths a little bit too wide because people talk a lot. And it adds a little bit of balance and makes the character look cute. But I also add a little bit, like a line here for the lower lip, and a little bit of an indication of an upper lip here. And I usually shade the upper lip in just because it looks better. If nothing else, if you need a reason for anything, just say because it, oh wow, just say because it looks better. It works. No one will fault you for it. Unless it's not true. If that looks like crap, tell me. Of course, this is my style. You obviously don't have to do it in this style. Although, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you want to learn my style. I talk too much. Alright, on with the eyebrows. Eyebrows, in order to figure out how to place your eyebrows, just pick a spot right in the middle of the eyes, like right here, and draw a triangle. That seems really weird. It seems like you're gonna do this kind of thing and turn them into Aang, but that's not what we're going to do at all. Yes, I just erased all of that line. I apologize if you still needed that, but it really doesn't matter. But so you're going to draw a triangle, and then on that triangle is where you'll place the eyebrows. And you can have this character have any kind of a look you want, like have a kind of a questioning you type thing. But I'm just going to give her some just nice, high, relaxed eyebrows. Well, high up on the face, more like. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. She does look a little bit concerned for your health, but that's okay. It looks alright. And I am drawing this a little bit strangely from my perspective because I'm sitting like just here and it's weird. Yeah, so there we go. We have eyebrows, we have all the basic things of a face except for ears. Basically, ears are even with the eyebrows, just like wee. The tops of the ears are even with about this here, which means that's a little bit tall for ears, unless you're making an elf, in which case you can go as crazy with the ears as you feel like you want to. And then the bottom of the earlobe is about even with the nostril. The first time I tried to draw ears like this, I was like, oh, that looks really big and really ugly, and I don't like it. But, it works. It looks a lot more realistic and a lot more believable. And there's the other one. She has ears like me now, and this one's lopsided. Yeah. So now we have a character with ears. Yay! I'm going to add her neck now, because that way we'll have something for the hair to hang over. I generally give my characters really thick necks just because it's more realistic than having really tiny necks like this. While some people may find that style interesting and, I don't know, attractive, I guess, I don't think it's anatomically possible to have a neck this tiny. Like, no, just no. But, for the sake of this being mostly manga-ish, I'm gonna make her neck a little bit thinner than I would usually make a neck, and still give her a little bit of muscle. It just adds something to character to have a little bit of muscle on them so they don't look like they're just twigs. Now we're going to figure out where the hairline is. And the hairline is 4 fingers on a ooh, wow, her skull is like weird. You can always adjust the size of her skull if you want. I keep hitting the tripod, I'm sorry. And now she's got like a flat skull. Yeah. Oh well. On people in real life, the hairline is about 4 fingers from the eyebrows to the hairline. And it's also about 4 fingers from here-ish, like between, like either the tops of the eyes or between the eyes and the eyebrows, from there to the tip of the nose, which is right here, not here, here, not here. So if we take this distance and we put it up here, then that's approximately where the hairline will be. Some people used to drawing manga, wow, how do you pronounce this word? They might think that a little low, but that's how I draw my hairlines. And you can really give any of your characters any kind of hairline you want. That's completely off. Wow. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sorry. This is not going well. Yes, it is. It's totally going well. What are you talking about, EJ? So there's the hairline, and we'll just draw a small indication of where the hairline is going to be there, and then you just draw the hair. And when I draw hair, I usually draw it in just strokes like this, because that way you don't have to worry so much about the shape, and the shape will just the shape will take care of itself. Sometimes if you want to draw a shape, like a general shape of the hair that you want, it's a good idea. Like if you have completely wild and crazy hair, or really short hair, or ridiculously styled hair. I'm like overstyled, like you got it curled and shiny and pretty and salon-like, but most of my characters don't do that, because most of my characters are either in a fantasy setting or they just don't really give that much of a crap about their hair. But for this character, let's give her let's give her some bangs first of all, and you can make her hair part anywhere on the head. Like you can make it part over here, or in the middle. I'm gonna give her a part right over her eye, and we'll do a little bit anime styled hair here. And we'll tuck it behind her ear back here. Like this. And you see what I mean about just having flow to the hair instead of having it be one big clump, because then you don't have to worry about accuracy, and people's hair is more like that anyway. On this side we'll have some inaccuracies in the bang length and do that, and have this side just be loose. Hair looks kind of like it's blowing in the wind now. It's kind of cool. In the back, let's give her a weird haircut. Let's have it be short-ish, and then have a few longer strands. Maybe she's got it pulled up in the back or something. So give her a squiggly little part here. And well, hair would be going this way if it was in the wind. So let's give her medium length hair. That'll work. And usually I don't worry too much about, well, style or anything. But there we go. And we'll have a couple of strands at the top here that are getting blown sort of willy-nilly on top of her head. And have it curl around the back of her head, like so. You have a few strands come out here like this.